This is the Rocking RoadShow, the only show for bikers, by bikers. Jump on as we talk all things motorcycle, maintenance, accessories, weekly rides, bike nights, and more. With your hosts, Alvie and the 1-3. So kickstands up and let's get rolling.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Rocking RoadShow. Glad to actually be with everybody,
Alvie,
on the day that we're supposed to be here.
where the fuck you been?
So, as many of you guys know, I travel for business, and I've been gallivanting around God's fucking creation, freezing my ass off last week. That's why I couldn't be with you guys last week. I didn't get home. Thursday till very late on Thursday, and then Friday just kind of got away from me because I had to go to the office and all kinds of stuff. So. It's great. I'm here. We were supposed to not be on today. We were going to do tomorrow, but it worked out.
We're here.
Yeah, it worked out, and here we are. So welcome. Thank you for joining us, and we've got a loaded show today. We've got a lot of shit to cover.
Fully loaded.
We're pretty much we're putting 2 weeks worth of show into one show. It's kind of how this is going to work.
If it runs over an hour, we're sorry. We're going to do what we can do.
Yeah, we're going to do what we can do, but yeah, we've got a lot of shit to run through.
Yeah, hold on, man. I got to get out of this chair. I'm sorry. I was sitting down.
The 1-3's feet are killing him, apparently.
Been on my feet all fucking day.
Oh, and I've been on my ass all fucking day. So.
Yeah, so that's why you weren't sitting down.
So that's why I've been standing all
right,
the whole time.
I'm up. I'm here.
So the 1-3 is ready to roll. So with that in mind, what we're gonna get into today was a very interesting article that, by the way, thank you to my partner in crime over here, because if it wasn't for him these last 2 weeks, there'd probably be no content for this show tonight. So thank you, brother.
I look every day, man.
Because this man is fucking. You're like a research god, dude.
Dude, I'm on everything.
So thank you. Oh, and by the way, first of all, I forgot.
What? Wait.
Look at these killer ass shirts that we're wearing.
And
so
Roadshow and
thanks to Dawn Embroidering for getting those done. She's got some shirts for the ladies that she should have done.
Get the other thing
for the expo coming up, which we're going to talk about here in a little bit. And
Lady Phoenix.
Sam over at Lady Phoenix is just about done with our koozies for the expo.
Right on, man.
Our side and our buddy
Rich, because Rich is going to be with us, because we're going to have Rich's Life joining us. So we're going to have 2 shows going at the same time. 2 shows
at one time. And we're going to get to that. We're going to talk about that. We don't want to jump too far ahead. Let's get.
Look, I'm excited.
Let's get through what we got to get through.
This is 1 week. One
week away. We're going to get to it. So what we want to talk about first was an article that the 1-3 found, and we've kind of juggled. I don't want to say juggled. We've kind of talked about this topic it's been a couple months now.
Didn't we? One of our first shows.
It was one of our first shows. We kind of brought up.
It was December.
We brought up a new bike that Harley has coming out, and it was directed toward. We think it was directed towards a certain demographic. So, without further ado, we're going to jump right into it, and we're going to talk about.
Wait, what demographic?
We're going to talk about millennials and Harley Davidsons. Okay.
Oh my God.
So the article is actually pretty interesting. The article states that there's an obvious problem at Harley Davidson.
Yes. That
Harley Davidson is struggling at the moment to stay afloat. We all know that, that
sales are bad everywhere.
I think sales are bad everywhere, but I think Harley's taking a big hit. And the other thing with that is it could be because
the tariffs.
Well, there's an issue there, but it's also Harley's going to take a bigger hit because Harley has the lion's share of the motorcycle market. I looked it up. Harley owns about 53% market share.
Really?
Of motorcycles in the U.S.
All right. So hold on. So for those of us, me included, that don't know, what do you mean by 53 a market share? Is that like people that own motorcycles?
Right. So everybody that owns, basically the long and short is, right, everybody who owns a motorcycle, right, if you polled every owner, or they don't even poll. All they do is they look at registration. Okay? They see what bikes are registered in the country, and you can look at everybody's registration and say, okay, this person has a Harley, this person has a Harley, this person has an Indian, this person has a Harley, this person has a Honda, a Yamaha, Kawasaki, whatever. Well, out of all of the bikes that are running around the roads in the U.S., 53% of them are Harley Davidsons of one shape, form, or another.
Right. Whether it's it
could be anything. I mean, it could be a road glide, a street glide. It could be a knucklehead. It could be a panhead. It could be. I mean, they could be old, new.
Yeah.
They could not be running. I was
going to say Sportster. You know.
Yeah. I mean, it could be. It could literally be any Harley Davidson that's out there.
But it's a Harley.
So Harley owns 53% of the market share. So with that, that means 47% of the market is shared by
everybody else.
Cowie, Honda,
Can-Am,
Ducati, Suzuki, Can-Am, Indian. I mean, everybody.
So
right?
all those people, even custom bikes.
Right.
So all those are 47%. Harley is 53%. No wonder they're taking a freaking
right.
hit.
So they're gonna feel the hit harder. That's expected.
Yeah.
However, they are hurting.
Right.
Okay. They are hurting. So what I'm going to throw up, and I hope
don't throw up, please.
I hope it comes out. I hope it comes out. I'm going to put up the net income chart for Harley Davidson, and apologize for the technicalities here, but basically what that chart is showing is that in mid 14 to probably first quarter or so of 15, Harley Davidson was doing fairly well.
Man. That looks pretty good.
They were coming up out of I was going to say the depression, out of the recession of 08, right? 08, 09, and they were making a climb up to their highest.
Dude,
right?
they're looking like what, 8.25, almost 8.8.
Yeah, they were almost
$8.5 million.
$875 million. So I mean, they were doing pretty good, right? So that was their highest, right? So depending on the article you look at and what you see, depends on where they made those took those figures. But for round numbers here, in 15, Harley Davidson's net income value was, or net income for the year of 15 was $752 million.
Oh shit!
Not bad. They're doing well. However, that was almost an 11% decline from the year before. So from 14 to 15, they lost about 11% of their net income. And then you keep going, and in 16, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I'm looking at this. They took a shit, man.
Yeah, they tanked, right? So
they tanked big time.
16, they went down to $692 million. In 17, down to $522 million, and then last year they made about $539 million. So a little bit up from the year before, but they're down about 20, 30, 40. About 45% from 2014.
Now, is this profit or is this just
this is
total
net
sales?
income?
Net income. It's not profit, nothing like that.
Right. So this is after expenses, all that stuff. This is how much it's kind of their profits. How much it doesn't include some other things, but basically net income means that's how much money Harley Davidson walked away from the table with.
Oh, well, they're losing their ass right now.
Oh, they're getting hurt. Okay. So then everybody says, okay, well the issue there is their sales, which we got a chart for that too.
Well, so, of course you do.
Of course I do, right? So Harley sales, and you can see it here in this chart, Harley sales have not been good, okay? And what was interesting, and I couldn't find, I found a couple articles, I couldn't find a visualization of it.
Is that upside down? Because it should be.
It should, right? I couldn't find a visualization for it, but Polaris has, their sales have gone up while Harleys have come down.
Well, their bikes are cheaper for
their bikes are cheaper, and we're going to get to that too. But so you can see here on this chart, if you look, that's quarter one of 14 is the very beginning of that chart, and it goes all the way to quarter one of 18. So you can see 14, 15, you had basically the year 14 was Harley's best year in the recent years, right?
Yeah.
They were at 2.5%, almost 3% positive in sales. And by the end of by the end of the first quarter of 18, they were down over 10%. So
that
call
looks
it
like
11, 12.
Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
and you can see that chart. They've steadily lost sales every year.
So what we're saying is, do you believe that this is because of the millennials?
That's the rub,
to the meat
right?
And potatoes
that's the rub. Everybody says that. Now, the interesting thing about the article that we read was in a survey that kind of the article was written kind of about, right?
Right.
They interviewed 2,100 adults over the age of 21, and it was noted that they found a generational divide in the ways that young people think about motorcycles as opposed to the older demographic. Okay. What it says is that the older demographic looks at motorcycles as a hobby. Okay?
All right, whoa. I'm older demographic. I'm going to tell you that. My bike is my main transportation. That is what I use to go to and from work every day.
Right.
And when I want to enjoy myself, I call a couple buddies and my wife, because I can't leave her out. She'll kick me in the ass. And we go for a ride.
Yeah.
So I guess I am a 1% of that.
You're kind of I think you're kind of in the different setting, so to speak, in the different. You're still in that older demographic because here's the reason why. Okay, because while the younger generation while the older generation looks at motorcycles as a hobby, the younger generation looks at them as a mode of transportation. Now you've kind of bridged both gaps because you ride a motorcycle as your only form of transportation.
Yes.
Where you also ride motorcycles as a hobby.
I love it.
I love to ride. I'm on the older demographic, so to speak.
You fly a fucking jet.
Because I drive a car to and from work 90% of the time. And then I'm on a bike on the weekends with friends. It's more and I don't want to call it more of a hobby to me because I still live the lifestyle. If I could, the honest truth is, if I could put my suitcase on the back of a motorcycle and ride to work every day, I would do it.
I think you can. Man.
I could, but it would be it would be a pain in the ass. Yeah. It really would.
I mean, I know Wayne Widzak, who's on here right now. I know him very well, and he rides his bike. He loves to ride. He is a biker, but his main transportation is going to be his car.
Yeah.
And, it's what he does for work and stuff. And he rides. He just, whatever, man. I'm sorry. I've had a couple,
So, so the demographic is interesting because I never really thought about it as the younger generation thinking of it more as a mode of transportation and less of it as a hobby.
Yeah,
which changes a lot of things, right?
It does.
Because then your choice of bike changes dramatically, right? If it's not a hobby, if you're not doing it to ride, to do toy runs, to do, sore ass runs, things like that. If you're doing it to ride from the house to work, to school, to home, if that's all you're doing, you're not going to go out and spend ridiculous amounts of money on a bike. You're just not going to do it. Because why? I mean, Kim's brother is a great example. Kim's brother, Travis, he rode a bike for years as his mode of transportation. He's a younger guy.
Right.
And that's what he did. He rode a bike, rain, shine, doesn't matter. He would get on his bike and he'd ride to work. Why? Because it's cheap as fuck to go to work on your bike, right?
I can tell you that.
It's you can buy a pretty decent bike for fairly cheap, and again, we're going to get to that. If you get out of the Harley market and things like that,
yes,
you get onto an Indian or a Triumph or a Cowie or a Suzuki. I mean, I had my Cowie brand new, bought my Cowie for $10,500, something like that, and it was a great bike.
I mean, I think I paid for my Yamaha. I had a V-Star 1100 custom. I think I paid like $3,000 for it. To be honest, $3,000. Rode it for 10 years.
Yeah.
Back and forth and hobby.
Yeah.
It was both. It was it was not my only transportation at that time.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying.
Yeah, my Cowie, when I had my Cowie, there was a span there of probably 3 years where it was my only form of transportation.
You have to
I went to and from the airport to teach kids how to fly, and I rode my bike to the airport. I rode my bike home. Rain, snow. I mean, it's not snow.
It's in Florida. He's saying snow.
Rain,
it might have felt like snow.
Rain or shine.
70 degrees.
I mean, I remember I was telling somebody the other day, I rode my bike in the pouring ass rain to jury duty. And I show up to jury duty, and I've got rain drenched. I'm just soaked. And everybody's looking at me like, the fuck is wrong with this guy? You know, and I'm just like, I was on a motorcycle. They're like,
I got you.
I spent a whole half an hour at jury duty, and they're like, you can go, sir. We don't need you here anymore. By the way, that was the last time I had jury duty. So.
Oh, and here's the thing. Speaking about riding in the rain and everything, it was 38 degrees when I left the house this morning.
Yeah, man, that's cold. Dude.
It was cold. It was cold. And I didn't know the temperature until I got to work, and I called my wife, and I said, hey, baby, what's the temperature say in the car? And she goes, well, the car's sitting in the garage. It says 38 degrees.
There you go.
In the garage. And the garage is warm.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, thank you. Okay, so it was cold out.
Yeah. So I mean, those are things that are interesting in this whole issue of bikes, right? They are looking at it as it's a significant divergence in the market, right? Millennials, and I'm going to stop using that term. Why? The younger generation.
They are millennials.
But I mean.
Oh, hold on, because my son would be included in that. He's 86.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the cutoff is, but to be real, right? You got Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z, then you have millennials. So
you know what?
Gen Y, Gen Z are probably in that group too that aren't aren't buying bikes, right?
All right.
Because what did I say earlier? The average demographic for the Harley rider was male. God damn it, I gotta find it. Was male 50.
Right.
Here it is. Was a married man 50 with a household income of $90,000 or higher.
Okay, well, I'm below that, but I am 50. I am above 50.
Right.
And you're right. Okay, I get it. I see it.
And then the younger generation, they don't have as much money. A lot of them are saddled with debt, with student loan debt, things like that, right? Because
they went to school that they can't freaking use.
Right. So I mean, there's a lot of things that go along with that. So
anthropology
is it that the younger demographic is killing Harley Davidson, or is it that Harley Davidson is failing to market to the younger generation?
That is an excellent point. I think you're right. I think they may be failing to market.
Because let me ask you this, right?
Well, hold on. I don't know. Because now, all right, it's an expensive bike. It's a $30,000 bike. But if you're a millennial and you're looking out for the environment and you're trying to save the world, like most of them claim to be, I'm not going to say they are, they're claiming to be, well, then you're talking the electric motorcycles. Okay?
We'll throw that on the screen too. Sure,
Livewire.
The Livewire from Harley Davidson. But let me ask you this though. Okay, so if that's the rub, right? If that's what Harley Davidson is trying to do, and they're trying to market to the younger generation, and they're going to market to them with a electric bike, and the price point of that electric bike is $30,000. They can't get into a street. You can get into a street glide cheaper than that.
You can get into you can get into a used. You know what? A brand new one for $22,000.
A brand new one,
22, 24
just straight
grand.
Street glide, not special or
not
ultra
CVO or anything like that.
You can get into it for 22, 23, probably out the door at 25. Yeah. So I mean, but don't get me wrong, that's a sweet fucking looking bike. I think it's going to be cool. I'd love to ride it. I want to ride it. I want to ride it. I'm hoping that they have it at Burt's Barracuda next weekend. I don't know that they will, but I think it's a really cool bike.
All right. I don't know if you have this. I saw the other day, and I brought it up, and I think I sent it to you. Electric scooter they have. Some lightweight motorcycle.
I did see that, and I don't know. So...
And if you don't have it on here, that's
I don't have it on here, and we'll find a way. What we'll do is I'll put pictures. I'll just put the pictures in the video on the page.
Because here's my thought on that: if they are gearing towards the millennials, that would be the one to do it to, because that bike, I don't have a price point. I don't know what it is, but it is a small, lightweight electric vehicle.
Yeah.
That says Harley Davidson on it.
Yeah.
Probably, I'm going to venture to say $5 to $10,000 area.
Yeah.
For a scooter.
Yeah. I don't know. And I don't know. And I don't want to speak
that's just
out of turn, right? Is I don't know. And it's a prototype right now. It's not even
right.
I think they showed it at the motorcycle show.
Right.
But
they showed it riding in the snow.
Well, yeah, that was at the X Games.
What the hell was that? Who was that guy? He was a skater or something. I think he's a
motocross guy.
Motocross guy?
Yeah, or snowcross or something like that. He rides dirt bikes and snowmobiles. But so the thing is unless this is a quote directly from somebody at Harley and somebody from their marketing team.
All right.
Their quote is, quote, "So unless there is a generational shift among younger riders to see motorcycling as a hobby versus a means of transportation, the outlook for the heavyweight industry could continue to be more dependent on an aging demographic."
Okay.
Unquote.
All right. So all right. Let's cover that aging demographic. Let's say that when the millennials get older, and they've started to become more into themselves, maybe they're going to start buying. Hey, let's get that road glide. Let's get that street glide. Let's get that CVO or what's that one that Bobby has? God, I can't recall the name.
It's not a Fat Boy, is it? No.
No.
I can't remember what he has. I don't remember.
Yeah, whatever. Bobby's bike.
Yeah, which is it's a great bike.
Yeah,
it's a great little bike.
But it's got a 103 on it, but it's just he's got apes on it.
Yep.
Nothing else. It's stripped down. It's just a stripped down motorcycle.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot to be said there.
Soft tail or some shit.
There's a lot to consider there, and to figure out what Harley has to do to target that market better is. I think it's a challenge, and I think it's a challenge for every motorcycle manufacturer.
They're all
moving.
suffering.
They're all hurting.
They're all
look at Victory. I know Victory was owned by Polaris.
Yes.
Polaris shut down that whole division.
That's true.
And I think they did it so that they could purchase
Indian.
They did it for Indian because I think Indian has a better name and a better cult following.
They already owned Indian, and what they were doing is they were just going ahead and they were saying let's just back the Indian motorcycle.
Let's go with one.
Indian motorcycles was an American product. It was so now it's owned by a Canadian company.
Well, and
nothing wrong with Canada.
Look,
we love Canada,
and we all joke about that, right? That Indian is a Canadian company,
it's still North
by
America.
Polaris, yada yada. But you know what? Every Harley owner owns Harley Davidson's brand to AMF.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So and AMF that's an American company, but Harley Davidson does not own Harley Davidson.
Bowling ball people, come on.
So and then you got all the issues that happen with that, with shitty motors and
leaving parts as you're riding away, and oils.
So
you park it for 20 minutes,
right?
You lose a quart of oil.
Right. So you have that as well. So, I think motorcycle companies as a whole have to start figuring out how they market to the younger generation. And I don't know. I can tell you right now, the one of the first things you have to do, and this is my personal opinion, one of the first things that you have to do to get the younger generation on motorcycles is you have to develop a bike that is price point wise makes sense. And I think Indian has been doing a really good job with that, with their Scouts.
The Scouts
with the new flat track bike look that they have coming out.
But you can get and I have to say this. You can get into an 883 Sporty or even a 1200 Sporty for under $6,000.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I agree.
$7,000.
Agree.
So you can get into a Harley Davidson for a good price.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, I drove and rode Yamahas for buku years, whatever. But I have always, always, always wanted that Harley Davidson, because it is an American product. I wanted at one time Excelsior Henderson. Do you remember those? Those were actually, I think, the first bikes. They were the oldest bikes made in America.
Yeah.
I believe. I may be misquoting, but if I remember correctly, that's what that was. But I liked the Excelsior Henderson. And they tried to bring them back. They just didn't have the funding. Something went on, and it couldn't do it. But I'm just, let's buy American. You know, I mean, Jap bikes are great. You got your Busas that are unfortunately going away. But, I mean, you got your R1s, your R6s, your FZs, Ducati.
I mean, and you know, and let's be honest. I mean, the metric bikes,
your CBs
aren't bad either.
No.
You know, I mean, I rode a metric for 15 years.
Yeah, well, I call them, I always did call my bike a disposable bike. Because when it breaks down, fuck it, you're buying another, like my engine broke. I'm buying a new engine.
Yeah.
You know, it's disposable parts, man.
Yeah.
You know, you're just putting new parts on it to fix it
and just
keep
roll
it running.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
So to not beat a dead horse,
well, we are.
Well, yeah, but so yeah, I mean, you know, the interesting thing is that yes, Harley Davidson is struggling. I think every maker is struggling. Mm-hmm. I think some are weathering the storm better than others. Okay,
right. And here you know, if you talk percentages, and I'm sorry, I am going to beat this one more time.
Yeah,
you're talking percentages. Harley owns 53%.
Yeah.
Okay? Everybody else is probably taking the same percentage loss as Harley, but because Harley owns more than half.
Right.
Or, excuse me, not owns more than half, but more than half of the bikes out there are Harley.
Well, yeah, but they own that. You're right. They own the market share. So I mean, yeah, you're right in that. And
So everybody's taking a hit, the same percent hit.
Right.
It's just going to show up more on Harley Davidson.
And like I said, there are some numbers out there that shows Polaris with the Indian line has actually increased sales over the last 3 years. Yeah. So, and I couldn't find a good chart to visualize it, so I didn't put it in there. But
I'm surprised.
But it is out there. And those are and the reason I didn't put it there too is because I couldn't find a reputable source to say that. It was just a kind of a chart. So I didn't want to put something out there that isn't exactly true. So with that, I think a really good transition to the next topic that we're going to talk about is we've got to get more people on bikes.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do we need to get more people on bikes? Because apparently a study done by UCLA shows that riding motorcycles reduces stress and increases your focus.
UCLA? Really?
UCLA put the study out.
California. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm going there. Stanley, forgive me. That's my brother. He rides in California. California, the liberal mother of all liberal.
Yep.
Really?
Yep. UCLA put it out. Now, here's the funny part about this article and this study. Guess who the study was funded by?
Harley Davidson.
It's funded by Harley Davidson. So, of course, the study is going to show a positive.
Not necessarily. I mean, come on. There are legitimate people that do legitimate studies that do say, hey, look, you know what? We're going to do this study. Dude, it didn't work out for you, so we're just going to put it under the table.
No. And I'm not saying that Harley greased people's palms or whatever. They paid UCLA to do the study. So they're going to go out and they're going to find data that is going to be favorable to Harley Davidson. Not that they work the data to make it look different or worse or better.
Right.
They're just going to... It happens... It's basically like a pharmaceutical company
trying to sell Viagra.
Funding a study for Viagra, where Viagra is the best thing in the world, but the company that funded the study was the company that's putting the drug out.
Right.
Not to say that the drug doesn't work or that it doesn't do what it's supposed to, but you get my point, right?
I got it now.
So, again, not that it was a bad thing, but Harley Davidson is the person that funded the study.
Okay.
And what basically the long and short of it was, the study found that if you're on and this was actually quoted in the article, it seems that riding a scoot gives you some of the same benefits as a workout. It decreases cortisol, which is the stress hormone.
Okay.
And that's it. I kind of jumped using my brain and didn't fucking read. So
Whatever.
Yeah, so it decreases cortisol. So it decreases the hormonal biomarkers of stress by 28%.
28%.
Get your asses on a motorcycle.
That's a little bit more than a quarter. That's freaking good.
And I think when we get a little bit further in the show, maybe riding a motorcycle doesn't de-stress us as much as we like to think.
We'd like to think.
I
know where that's going.
We'll get to that in a second. But here's something I thought was cool because I could understand this one really well. Sensory focus was enhanced while riding a motorcycle.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. You are more focused when you're riding than when you're driving a car.
And that's what it says. You're more your focus was enhanced while riding a motorcycle versus driving a car. An effect also observed in experienced meditators versus non-meditators.
Yeah, think about this.
There's the California part coming up.
I know, right? When you're driving a car, and I am absolutely guilty of this, and I know half of you people out there are, what's on the radio? I'm going to look over there. I'm going to push that button there. Hey, kids, what y'all doing? Where do you want to eat? Honey, you all right? All right, cool. Hey, man, get your feet off of there, man. Quit kicking my seat. I understand.
Yeah.
Because when you're riding a bike, you're like, yo, bitch, don't move. All right, that car up there. You are focused. You're looking at what's going on. At least, they say that in cars you want to look about 10 seconds ahead. In a motorcycle, you're looking 15, 20, 30 seconds ahead of you. You're trying to see what's going on way up there so that you can focus on what you're going to do, your next move here. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah. Okay, I'm looking at this guy with his helmet. Kind of, what the hell you got going on there?
It's not a very great picture, but
no,
I also put the show together slide-wise at about 5:30 this morning, so I might have been a little bit asleep when I was putting these things together.
I mean, it's good. He's putting his full face helmet on, which neither one of us wear, but we do wear a helmet. I do have a full face helmet.
Of course, the article comes out and it says that the folks there in Milwaukee and Harley Davidson are going to put their own spin on the paper.
Of course.
There's a quote, "We're leveraging the latest technologies as we shift focus from exclusively motorcycles to growing ridership. So it only made sense to tap technology to explore the impact of riding itself."
Right.
Which kind of plays back to the first topic we were talking about.
Right.
Harley's trying to find a way to inspire new riders, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So they're trying to find a way, and this is one of those ways of doing it. I'm sure they've dumped a boatload of money into this study to try and get
they probably
marketing
did.
and everything
Of
else.
course.
So I mean,
you remember how that went from here to here, then way down here.
Oh yeah.
So maybe a big chunk of that was supposed to go there. They said, hey, look, we're going to take X amount.
Yeah, we're going to figure it out. But yeah, so
I think it's a good thing.
Honestly, it sure is.
We need to get more people. Leslie, I see that you joined us. I know you're Rich's mom, but you need to buy a motorcycle. Yeah, really. No, go ahead.
So there's let's see here. They also use the article to gently push its riding academy schools for those who wish to experience the heightened sensory experience of riding firsthand.
I'm going to interject again, of course.
Of course.
Why wouldn't I?
Why wouldn't you? That's what this whole thing's about.
I absolutely love that Harley Davidson uses real motorcycles.
Yeah.
For their training.
I am 100%.
Versus, because they'll use like 883s. They'll use the God, sorry, man, I'm having brain farts today. But anyway, they use real motorcycles versus 250s that everybody else uses.
Yeah.
A 250, if you ever ridden one, is like a freaking moped.
Yeah, it really is.
It's so lightweight. It is absolutely like a moped. It is what I taught my wife to shift gears on. However, I got her off it as quick as I could and got her onto a real motorcycle. You want to be on something at least a 500cc or above to learn.
I agree.
To learn. You don't want to be on anything below that.
Well, I mean, think about one of the funniest things I think about, right, is one of the things that you have to do in the motorcycle course to get your license, right, is to be able to do a U-turn.
Yeah.
In basically a parking spot, right?
Right. They're giving you a 250, which is a freaking moped or a bicycle.
You can just whoop and rock and roll.
Oh, wait.
Now do that.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Yeah. Now do that on a full dresser. Do that on a street glide. Do that on a road glide. Do that on an Indian chieftain. Do that on.
Yeah. I mean,
any of those. An Indian roadster.
Those of us who have been riding 30, 40 years, yes, we can do that. We can take that dresser, spin it around, do whatever. I mean, honestly, I found that my road glide turns better than my little V-Star 1100.
I mean, there. Well, they're balanced better.
It's balanced so much better.
Yeah.
The forks are designed different. They're instead of being forward, they're behind. You all understand that later. If you're new, the older guys will understand what I'm talking about. But yes, a bigger bike is what you absolutely need to learn on.
Yeah.
You can't learn on these little bikes. Learn to shift gears. That's great. No problem. Corner, go to the parking lot and learn how to shift gears on a little bike. But learn how to ride on something 500 or above.
Yep.
I absolutely. I mean, that is from the heart.
And and with that too, I don't think you can do it anymore. They used to be able to, but definitely take a motorcycle rider's course.
Always.
I don't think that you can anymore get a license without taking that course.
You can't without it.
But I'm going to tell I want me and you to go do one of the advanced courses.
Oh yeah.
And
film
it that and film it and all that shit, because I think to be honest with you, I think me and you both could learn a lot of stuff.
I think we're going to segue into another part right now, because I absolutely agree with you, and I 100% believe in anti-lock brakes now.
And
100%.
And he's there almost, because we're going to jump to one thing before we get to what you're thinking.
Oh
about.
yeah, no, this is coming.
So, as I say last week, the week before last, we brought up a really gut-wrenching,
horrific
accident story, and it was about the young man on Park Boulevard in St. Pete,
right,
who got cut off.
Cut off, hit by a car.
He was ejected off his bike, and sadly, he has lost both of his legs due to the accident.
Yeah.
We didn't give the man's name out the last time we spoke about him, just for privacy reasons.
Because I didn't know if it was.
We didn't know. Yeah, we didn't know if it was cool or not. But it's been out there now, and there's a GoFundMe, which I'm going to link to the chat here. But the gentleman's name was Brandon Niles. Brandon Niles, 31, which is even crazier.
Oh God!
Like I said, was ejected from his motorcycle after hitting the back of a vehicle that cut him off. A Florida Highway Patrol trooper witnessed the crash and was able to render aid to Brandon, and basically used tourniquets on his knee, on
saved
his legs,
his life.
and saved his life.
I would say, because of the injuries, that he would have bled out like really quick if that officer was not there. I'm going to say, kudos to that guy.
Oh,
do you have his name? Do you have the officer's name?
It might be in here. I'm going to post. Let me post this link for the GoFundMe real quick.
That was just an amazing thing for this guy to come to be in the right spot. I'm sorry to say, at the right time, but it was actually the wrong time, because neither one of them. I really wish this didn't happen.
Yeah, I really do too. And I'm sorry, but I don't have the officer's name that was there. But but for that, Brandon and his that says significant other, so I imagine his girlfriend, maybe his wife.
His wife?
He's
got kids.
Name.
He's got kids too.
He's got 3 kids, I believe.
3 kids. Yeah.
But his wife, Laura, tells ABC Action News, which is where I got this article, that both of them want to thank the trooper, and they look at the trooper as a hero and an angel.
So do I.
I think we all do.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for, we go back to the first responders out there, to Leos, to everybody out there. Thank you for what you guys do every day.
Absolutely.
You guys put yourselves in the line of fire fucking every day, and you guys are the true heroes out there. So
I think so.
Stay safe, and
God, you're bringing me down.
I know, dude, it sucks, but
God.
But Niles, so Brandon's still in ICU.
I'm gonna sit down.
Just pull that camera down a little bit, so we got you on the.
I know
So Brandon's still in ICU. He has lost both of his legs. They were amputated below the knee. Yeah,
below the knee is a good thing.
It's good because he can get prosthetics, and the way prosthetics are nowadays, he'll be not great, but he's gonna be okay. The good thing is that he's still around for his kids, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
The driver of the car was 20-year-old.
What?
I butchered his fucking name last week. I'm not going to try and do it
No,
again.
we're not going to say his name anyway.
But he left the scene of the accident, and he returned later, basically to turn himself in.
He probably left. I'm sorry. I'm just going with. I know there was drugs found. I know there was other things found. He had felonies. Whatever. He had all kinds of crap wrong with him. But he probably went to get rid of something that he really needed to get rid of.
Yeah, it's possible.
Then he came back.
It's possible.
That's my opinion. That is not the opinion of the show. That is the 1-3's opinion. So we'll go with that.
As we said, a couple weeks ago, the guy driving the car made a left-hand turn, cut across traffic on Park Boulevard, cut Brandon off, and Brandon clipped the back of the car.
Yeah.
Was ejected over the bike, over the car, and I would imagine that he probably clipped the car or something on the way out that made him cut his legs up.
I don't know.
I don't know. Either that or it might have made it maybe compound fractures of the legs. I don't know.
Complete impact, front wheel.
Yeah, I mean, who really knows? It's crazy. But so the guy that hit Brandon, he faces charges for leaving the scene of a crash involving serious bodily injury, driving on a suspended license or revoked license, and felony violation of probation for forging. It says uttering forged instruments. I don't exactly know what that means.
Maybe that was a driver's license. Maybe he had a forged driver's license.
So I don't know. Here's the crazy part, people. Brandon's attorney, a gentleman by the name of Calvin Robinson, the suspect did have insurance. So the guy that hit Brandon had insurance.
Really?
However, the medical costs that Brandon and his family are facing moving forward are going to well exceed the insurance that the gentleman had, and they're saying that it's going to exceed north of $1 million for all of his medical. So with that, and I posted the link in the chat there.
Yep.
The lawyer has set up a GoFundMe for Brandon's family, and the last I checked, it was right around. I'm going to misspeak here.
Don't.
Let me click it real quick.
I'm sorry, I yawned. I apologize.
Yeah, it's almost $16,000 is what they've raised. So, from the Rocking RoadShow to the Niles family, man, we're really sorry that you're going through all this. We're going to do our best to put your word out there, get your GoFundMe out there, so that we can help at least alleviate some.
I think every show we'll do a little segment on him. I think it's a good idea. And we're going to be at the expo. If you guys want to donate at the expo,
I'm going to tell you what, and I know I'll talk to you about it after the show because
I know what you were going to say.
I think maybe we do.
Go ahead. It's a good idea.
Okay, so we're going to do a 50-50 at the show, and I think what we'll end up doing is because we were going to do the 50-50 to the
LLS. We'll still do one for the LLS.
We'll do one for them, but then we're going to do another one that's going to go to.
We have a daily. All right, here's how it goes.
Go for it. Go for it.
We have an LLS. We have a 50-50 drawing. One's going to be daily, so Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's the daily one. Then we're going to have one that we're going to accumulate all those days, and Sunday we're going to give it out. You don't have to be there. Right. I just need your phone number.
You don't have to for the Sunday one
for the Sunday one for the one that's going to go to Brandon Niles. We'll just call it that. That one is going to absolutely go to him, and that one you do not have to be present to win. We would appreciate you to do the right thing and just do what you can, but 50% of whatever that is going to Brandon. 50% goes to you.
We'll go to you guys. Yep.
The other ones, the daily ones, they're going to go 50% to LLS. It's the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, which I have it's close to my heart. My brother, I lost my nephew to leukemia, so it's a big thing for me. And that'll be a daily drawing, so every day we'll do something. I don't know if Thursday will happen, but absolutely Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're gonna have 2. Okay, that's the whole thing. We're gonna have 2 50/50s.
Yep.
One's gonna be daily. One's gonna be one time. We're gonna keep just see how much that one can do. For
we're gonna see how much we can do, and then like 1-3 said, we're gonna do the
good idea.
Sunday drawing. We're gonna donate to Brandon Niles. Whether we put it into his GoFundMe, whether we take
hand it to him directly,
whatever.
I think we should, with his permission, if he doesn't mind, we'll do it live.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Live stream it.
So if you're going to be at the expo next week, we're going to talk about it again. Please come to see us at the booth and
get a koozie.
Get a koozie and donate to both 50/50s, because we're going to, like we said, we're going to do one drawing every day. We're going to do a drawing on Sunday, and both, I think, phenomenal causes, and I think we can
Absolutely.
raise a boatload of money for
both.
So
I think so.
I forgot that I had a picture of his GoFundMe. So yeah, you can see
awesome.
there it's almost $16,000. They're looking to make $25,000. I think we can get them.
We can get them
bigger
up
than
there.
that. So
Hell yeah.
So let's get the biker community together and let's take care of one of our own here. Okay, so with that, let's go to what you thought I was alluding to.
Well, I knew you were kind of going both places.
We were kind of because I mean they're both kind of revolve around the same thing. So what I'm going to do here is we're gonna you know what? Let's do it this way.
Okay.
I'll
follow you.
I'm gonna throw some pictures on the screen.
Oh, what is that?
As the pictures start going here,
maybe people can.
Maybe somebody can figure it out. Obviously, it's going across the bottom there as a ticker. Something happened with the 1-3.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a step back here.
Oh yeah.
While these images are going, and I'm going to let the 1-3 explain what the fuck we're looking at.
All right, so I'm going to tell you, as everybody knows, I was working in St. Pete. Okay, I don't work in St. Pete anymore. The very last day on Friday, week and a half ago. Yeah, something like that. Whatever the hell it was, I don't know. So
yeah.
on a Friday, week and a half ago, I'm riding to work because what do? I ride my motorcycle to work every day. I'm just like, okay, here I go. Car pulls out in front of me. Literally, I am in the left lane. Car pulls out 5-lane road. And I step on them anti-lock brakes, and here they go. I hit him probably, I don't know, 5 miles an hour, if that. I crease his truck. Did I put that picture?
Yeah, and I forgot to put I didn't put those pictures
well, that's
on
cool.
there.
Anyway, I crease his truck with my fairing. The bike falls over. I literally step off. I did not hit the ground. No damage to me. I am fine. Everything is good. That was one of the worst phone calls to call my wife and say, honey, yeah, I was just in an accident. And I literally put the EMS guy, I said, look, dude, you're going to have to talk to my wife. He looks at me and said, what? I said, now, trust me. She won't believe me. So I handed him the phone. He goes, ma'am, this is EMS, blah, 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 blah. And your husband is fine. He stepped off the motorcycle. There is minimal damage to the bike. And when I say minimal, I mean $3,000 minimal damage to the bike. Your guys are looking at these pictures going, what? Yeah. This is $3,000 worth of damage. I'm like, wow, whatever. So anyway, she believes him. She's worried the whole day. I still have to ride home on a Friday from St. Pete over the Howard Franklin Bridge.
How was that ride?
White knuckle, brother.
I was going to say.
White knuckle.
Was it stress relieving?
It was not stress relieving. I mean, I'm going to say riding relieves stress for me.
Yeah, I mean, it does. There's no doubt.
Riding to work across the Howard Franklin Bridge does not relieve stress for anybody.
No, I don't think anybody driving on the Howard Franklin at any point in time during rush hour is having a relaxing day.
No. And for those that don't know,
for those that aren't in Tampa,
that don't know, the Howard Franklin Bridge is 4 lanes, one direction, that gets just unbelievably bottlenecked.
Yeah.
Just once it gets to either side of the bridge, you are just screwed. You're just, I mean, it's just horrible. Trish Manson, love the koozies. Trish, so do we. Did you see? We got some more.
So with that, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I sidetracked because I saw Trish.
No, that's cool. But with that, right? So we're glad the 1.3 is okay.
I'm fine. Oh God, I got this.
Right. So one of the reasons we're bringing this up was, well, there's twofold, right? There's twofold.
This right here.
One of the reasons we wanted to bring this up was to reiterate once again,
Please
to
Doug.
keep your eyes open, look for motorcycles. We're all out there. We're all sharing the same road. We're sharing the same piece of concrete. Pay attention. Now, the second reason we wanted to bring this up, well, I mean, one of the reasons was because it's a good topic. The other reason is why you need to have insurance on your motorcycle. Because in the state of Florida, you do not need to hold insurance on your motorcycle.
No, you don't. You don't have to.
As long as it's paid off.
As long as it's paid off. I have full coverage insurance.
Right, as do I.
Because I want full coverage insurance. But I did not go through my insurance company. And you may ask, why did you not go through your insurance? Because I didn't want to hit on mine. So I went through his insurance company. And fortunately, he was current, up to date, and had decent insurance.
What? The state of Florida? Somebody? What?
Somebody?
What?
Yeah, he actually had decent insurance.
What?
Not great insurance, but decent. So I went to Eric Warren Artistry.
And before you go on with that, Eric Warren is a friend of the show, and he helped design and paint a bike that Full Throttle is giving away at the expo
on Sunday. It has like a $10,000 paint job on it.
So
it's freaking crazy.
So it's super cool that the 1.3 was able to get Eric to help him out with this. So continue.
So Eric wrote me up an estimate because he does collision. He does all the work. I can't say all. He told me all the work for the local bike shops. So for Harley Davidson, he does Harley Davidson of Brandon, Harley Davidson of Tampa. He does a bunch of the Harley work. So if you get in an accident and you need something painted, the Harley Davidson dealer is going to send your parts to Eric Warren to get painted. And he does a fantastic job. Some of his work is just incredible. I mean, if you just need custom work done, you go see Eric. So anyway, he wrote an estimate. There's his estimate, real quick. I'm not going to let you guys read it. This is the estimate that the insurance companies gave me. So the insurance company decides, well, Mr. Bobby, because that's my name, says 1.3. You yeah, it's like $3,000, but we're only going to pay you 90% of the $3,000. And I questioned it. I said, well, what do you mean? Why do I have to come out with $300 out of my pocket? I said, your customer, your client, the guy that caused the accident, that gets cited, that got a ticket, that has to pay a ticket, and probably go to freaking driving school, he's 100% liable. He's the guy that caused this. 100% his fault. Why are you saying 10% is me?
Yeah.
It's not. No way. I mean, do you guys, do you have any? I mean, Alvie, come on.
I don't understand it. I mean, I mean, dude's at fault.
Dude's at fault.
Since when does an insurance company, this is why I hate insurance companies. Since when does an insurance company go, yeah, we're only going to pay you 90% of your claim?
Yeah, right? Okay, I had a witness. Witness hooked me up, told the total truth. Not my fault. I was in the left lane. I did everything correctly. I did what I could. She was next to me in the right-hand lane. I could not go in that lane. I mean, there's all kinds of little things going on here. So not only did he pull out in front of me, he pulled out in front of her. Mm-hmm. Okay? And I think if he would have hit the gas, honestly, if he'd have just punched that thing, he'd have went around the corner, and I never touched him.
Yeah.
There I go. Here, it's all good. So I got to pay, but I'm not going to, because I was advised by a person to hire a lawyer. So I've called the insurance company multiple times, waiting for a phone call back. I'm going to call again tomorrow. Tomorrow's their last chance. But if not, my lawyer is going to contact them because not only will they be responsible for 100% of fixing my motorcycle, then they're going to be responsible for lawyer fees and if it goes to court costs. Okay? The bike is rideable.
Right.
It is superficial damage, but it's damage.
It hurts right here.
Dude. Right here.
And by the way, folks, not to mention that the 1.3 got that bike in October. So we're talking 3 months?
Yeah.
4 months? And here we are. He's got damage to his bike. So
$3,000 worth of damage.
Damn it, man. That pisses me off.
It sucks.
And you know, the funny thing is it's not funny, but the funny thing is you, after you got a phone with the 1.4 and we're on your way and everything was good, Bobby texted me. Yeah. And it was early as shit. It might have been 6:30, maybe earlier. I don't know.
It was.
And I the phone goes off. I'm just kind of like, oh, whatever.
What the hell? And you're hitting a snooze.
And I look over and I look at the phone a little bit later, and all I see is 2 pictures, and it's the ones that were flipped. I'm gonna put the slide.
2 of the ones that were flipped.
Yeah. But yeah, it was the crash bar, and it was the saddlebag.
The saddlebag. Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit! And I pick up the phone, I call 1.3, and I'm like, dude, are you okay? And he's like, I'm fine. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, I'm fine. I'm like, what the fuck happened? So he ran me through the story. So, yeah, man. Like,
there's a saddlebag.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, man, I hate just beating up a topic, but it's probably going to be a topic that we talk about every other show. But
watch out for us, man. We're there.
I mean, 1.3 was telling me a story before we went live.
Oh, God.
That you ended up having
this week.
Somebody cut you off this week and had a little discussion with somebody.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I will go there. So riding up County Line Road, the road behind my house that goes to Brewsby Downs, which is the main road that I got to go to work. I am in the right-hand lane this time. She's in the left lane. Car's going too slow for her. She decides that she wants to go in the right lane to pass this guy. Yeah, I'm next to her. She pushes me into the bike lane, so I'm riding in the bicycle lane. And
it's not a motorcycle lane?
No, it's not a motorcycle lane. It's for those pedal things.
Those pedal things?
The real skinny, no motor engine, excuse me. So, anyway, I get stopped at the light above in front at the main intersection. I politely asked her to roll her window down. I really did. It was polite. And I informed her that I'm somebody's, husband. I said, look, my daughter literally was behind us.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. So, and I said, that's my daughter over there. You could have killed me. She goes, oh, I'm sorry. My window was fogged up. I'm like, excuse me? I didn't see you. My window was fogged up. And I said, well, that's even more reason not to switch lanes.
Yeah. I mean,
come on.
So you're just willy-nilly switching lanes? Like,
yeah.
What if...
And you can't hear my motorcycle?
Well, not even that. I mean, what if you were a car?
Yeah, what if I was a car? You would have just dented the sides. So that's one. Oh, wait, there's another one. We got more.
Wait. There's more.
There's more for $99.95. Yesterday morning, Wednesday morning, riding to work, Brewsby Downs. I've calmed down. I'm like, cool. All right, everything's good. I'm 3 to 4 car lengths behind. I watch this guy rear end somebody. I'm like, oh shit, I'm right behind him. 40 miles an hour. All right, he just rear-ended somebody. He's at a dead stop, 40 miles an hour. I'm 3 car lengths behind. I super quick, looked in my mirror, looked behind me, nobody next to me. Zip, zip, left lane, go right past him, missed him. I mean...
You
guys need to be you got to be aware. You got to be watching. I mean, if I didn't have some of the training that I had in the motorcycle courses, I probably would have rear-ended him.
Hey, you know what?
Stay the fuck off of the phones.
Put these things down.
God.
And it's terrible. Put these things down.
And that may have been it. It may not have. I don't know.
No, I know. But I mean, 99.9% of the time, it's because of those damn things. So we're happy that 1.3 is
the
safe
1.3
and
is
okay.
fine. I'm here.
And the bike will get fixed, and
it will,
and
it'll be after the expo.
Yeah, it'll be of course. But Eric, if this gets back to you, thank you, brother. Man. Thanks for taking care of us.
I appreciate it, bro.
Eric, you know that we like, we love all your work, and we've posted stuff about him before. You can go to our page and find his stuff on our page. We'll link his stuff.
Yeah, we'll link his stuff. And I mean, if you guys are watching and you got a little information from us, Eric Warren Artistry. He's at 13215 North Nebraska Avenue here in Tampa. His phone number's here. We'll throw that out there later. But he's on Nebraska. It's an amazing shop. I was in there.
I gotta go check it out.
I spent hours, man. I was just walking around checking out his paint booth. Is amazing.
Second to none, I bet.
Oh, I mean, he spent like $50,000 on this paint booth.
Yeah.
He's got a sign on it that says, "No, I don't rent it. Don't ask to fucking borrow it."
Nice. Nice.
He's like, no, this is my booth.
So,
yeah,
we're just about done. I think we've made it kind of to the end here because we're going to talk about our events coming up, and we'll shut her down. So. Carrying on with, oh shit, that's okay. So here's a good one. We're going to carry on with this. This will be the last week we talk about this event because it is this weekend.
It is.
And it is our young friend, Mr. Eric Pyburn.
Pyburn, you got it.
Mr. Eric Pyburn. His 12th birthday. As you guys may recall, Eric is a local terminal child. He's in need of a heart and a double lung transplant.
We all need to go, man.
His party is on the 3rd from 11 to 3 at Old. I'm gonna get it right. Old Mickey's Farm in Odessa.
How long did you practice that shit?
I keep wanting to call it Old McDonald and Old Mickey's and yeah. So I'm going to jump on here real quick, and I'm going to add the link so that you guys can go buy tickets for the birthday party. The birthday party tickets are $10 a piece, and remember that that money is going to help pay for young Eric's medical bills, which obviously with a person who needs a heart transplant and a double lung, right? Yeah, double lung transplant. You can imagine the cost of that has just got to be astronomical. So,
well, let's get all the bikes out there that we can. Let's get all the cages out there that we can. Cages, for those that you don't know, cars.
So
Jeeps.
The $10 fee covers admission to the farm,
right?
Parking, slice of pizza.
What?
The party, water or lemonade, superhero meet and greets. And the birthday party activities and fun. So
sweet. It's
a very cool thing. And really, the cool thing about this is when we saw this video of young Eric asking Tampa Bay to show up to his birthday party.
Yeah, it was heartbreaking, man.
It's heartbreaking, but the kid is he's awesome, dude.
The kid,
like he doesn't
wait.
It's not about him.
What did he say? There was a quote he said. He said something about, I don't wish anything for me. It was he wishes something for all the other kids.
Yeah, for the kids that are stuck in the hospital, can't get out. Like the kid is just. I mean, he's a special young man.
God,
and
man.
I think if we can help out and get some people there, it'd be great. If you live out of state or you can't make it to the actual event, go to that link that I just posted in the comments.
Send the money,
and you can buy a ticket, and you can donate your ticket to the Julie Weintraub Hands Across the Bay, so the family in need can get said ticket, and young Eric's family can get the cash to help pay for all of his bills. So again, that's this weekend. That's the Saturday.
No, it's Sunday,
Is
bro.
it Sunday?
Sunday, bro.
Okay, so this Sunday from 11 to 3, Old Mickey's Farm. Be there, be square.
Be there or be square.
One
Come
of
on,
the two.
man. It's not be there, be square. It's be there or be square.
We're gonna jump a couple of weeks in front of what's coming up next weekend to bring up a really cool event. I've never been. I've heard it's fun. Is Thunder by the Bay down in Sarasota.
Oh, I've been.
That's
I've been.
2 weeks from now.
I've been there.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's freaking awesome.
February 15th through the 17th. It's at the Sarasota Fairgrounds. And it's going to benefit Suncoast Charities for Children.
Yeah.
They say bring your lawn chair. Enjoy continuous live music featuring rock, blues, country, and national recording artist Steelheart performing on Saturday,
Okay.
February 16th.
Who's Steelheart?
Don't know who Steelheart is.
Oh, okay. National, though.
But they're
the
national
recording artist.
This year's festival is going to have a
Led Zeppelin.
a charity ride on Sunday that's open to all vehicles. Vendors, acts, motorcycle shows, truck show, burnout competition, all kinds of shit.
Is it Steel Dragons?
No,
No, Steelheart. Okay, it's not, I'm just saying. Maybe it's a typo or some shit. I don't know.
admission is $5 for 12 and under, $10. I'm sorry,
What?
$5 admission, 12 and under are free. You can buy a 3-day pass for $10. They do have VIP passes if you want to get that.
Thunder by the Bay is fun.
Yeah.
It's a good ride. We went down there with Bobby and Ray and my buddy Paul.
Okay.
Paul rode over from Melbourne, Palm Bay area. It's a good ride, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Sarasota,
Yeah.
it's an hour ride from here down the highway, man.
Yeah.
And then you get in there and you park, and there is so much going on. It's just
Is it really?
incredible. Yeah, it's a good ride.
Well, cool, man. Maybe we can make it a Rocking RoadShow event. We'll see
Maybe
what
we can
happens.
make it a Rock and Road Show event.
I don't know.
I definitely want to make this young man.
Yeah, we got
his event.
We'll figure that one out too.
It's on Sunday.
And then, last but not least,
What?
definitely not least,
No,
is
there's an
The-
event.
the Full Throttle Florida Motorcycle Expo.
I'm gonna
at
stand up.
The new Burt's Barracuda, across the street from Quaker Steak and Lube. Again,
Woo!
this is next weekend, February 7th to the 10th. Like I said, at the new location for Burt's Barracuda. I'm going to link this in the chat as well. It is, like I said, directly across the street from the Quaker Steak and Lube. If anybody is
Right.
from the area, they know exactly what Quaker Steak and Lube is. If you don't, then it is on 49th Street down there in Clearwater, Florida. Or St. Pete. I think it's actually Clearwater.
It's the same road that bridge is on. What's
Yeah.
that? What's that bridge? It's Bay. Is
the
that
Bay-
East Bay?
No, it's, I think it's just the Bay Bridge.
That's not East Bay Bridge.
No, the one that runs by the airport there?
Yeah.
I don't think it's East Bay Bridge. I don't know, it might be.
I want to find out.
So anyways, 7 national acts. For more information, you can go to a couple different places. You can go to our Facebook page. We've got an event for that as well. You can go to fullthrottle.com. On their page, they have it as well. And you can go to Burt's Barracuda, Burt's Barracuda's page, and they have information on it as well. Like we've been saying for the past for the past month,
Have we?
come out to the show.
Yes!
You have to be there. We're going to have a hell of a time.
We're gonna give you koozies.
Here's the thing, folks. You come to us, come to the booth, we'll give you one of these.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Free.
You don't have to do anything.
No.
Just come, show up, we'll give you a koozie.
You know what you do with that?
They're cool little koozies.
You put it your beer.
You get yourself
in
a
it.
beer, you put yourself a beer in this koozie, and you
Keeps
have
it-
a hell of a time.
Keeps your hand warm. Let's do that.
Now, full disclosure, my work schedule got screwed up again.
You bastard.
I will not be there Thursday night, unfortunately, and I will be there probably midday Friday. So,
We'll take care of this crap.
The 1-3 and our buddy Rich will be at the show. They will be doing Facebook Live,
videos,
all kinds
man.
of stuff. They'll be walking around the show. Like I said,
Try to interview people the best I can.
between the 1-3 and
Rich for Rich's life.
we will have somebody there the whole time. So
Absolutely.
come to the booth.
Kim will be there.
Kim will be there.
The 1-4 will be
1-4
there.
will be there. So
We'll be good.
come
That's
check
my
us
wife.
out.
In case
You
y'all
guys
wanna
come check us out. You get a koozie. Donate to the 50-50 for
Both 50-50s.
LLS and for Brandon Niles.
Yep.
And man, like I said, come join us. Have fun. It's going to be a blast.
Absolutely,
I'm
bro.
pissed off that I have to miss some of it, but we're gonna do what we can.
Work.
And we're gonna have a
You
good
know
time.
what? If you didn't do work, you couldn't do what you do.
Couldn't do what I do right now. And eventually, the idea is that this becomes work, and
This would be cool work.
we can not have to do work.
We do the
right?
work. Anyway, it's the Bayside Bridge.
Bayside Bridge, yes it is.
But you take the Bayside Bridge, you go off, if you're coming from up north, you go down 60, bam, hit the Bayside Bridge and just go south, and then you'll find us.
Yep, and you can't miss it.
Quaker
and,
Steak and Lube.
And apparently,
There's a traffic jam right there, right now.
always, always. And
Wait,
so
is tonight their bike night? Or is that Wednesday night?
it's Wednesday nights.
Wednesday nights.
Yeah. So get out there, come join us. I think there's a kickoff party Wednesday night.
There is.
as well,
There is.
which is going to compete with the other.
The bike night
The other
across the
bike
street at the Loop.
Um,
We're here, full throttle. We're going to push full throttle this expo, but we're going to tell you about every other event. That very same weekend, I got to say it. I mean, Born to Ride TV and Magazine is having an event at Quaker Steak and Lube. So you have two massive events.
Yeah.
You've got bands over there. You've got, I think it's Den of Thieves, a couple other local bands that are going to be at Quaker Steak and Lube from the 7th, 8th, and 9th. I believe the 10th as well. But you're going to have the same 4 days. You're going to have so many motorcycles, so much stuff going on there. Your head's just going to fucking explode.
I'm wondering how.
It's just going to be crazy.
I'm wondering how traffic is going to be that.
Oh,
it's going to
dude.
be a nightmare.
Dude, there has to be so many cops going to be there. And cages, forget it. Don't even worry about going through there.
Yeah, so
Woo!
Going back to the other topic, right? If you guys are anywhere in that area next weekend,
Watch.
keep your eyes open because there's going to be a lot of us out there.
They used to tell us in the military, keep your head on a swivel, baby.
Head on a swivel. So, guys, you won't be hearing from us in the traditional sense next week because we're going to be at the expo all weekend. So, be on the lookout next week. At any point and any time, we will go live.
Yeah.
Okay. It may not be the polished show with all of the cool graphics and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It may just be iPhone videos.
I'm gonna
live.
hold my phone up to. Hey, it's me. I got the microphone. I got my headset on.
It's gonna be we're gonna try on Friday when I finally get to the show, and definitely on Saturday and Sunday to do as much of the show as we can streaming. But we don't know how it's gonna work with everybody that's gonna be around. So we're gonna do our very very best to make that happen. So, like I said, we're not going to be with you guys next week. Be on the lookout at any point in time during the week from Wednesday through Sunday for videos from me and 1-3.
Right on, man. Colin Brower just joined in a little bit ago, and that's Sam's son.
Oh, cool. Hey, Colin, what's going on, brother? So with that, guys, the one, I wanted to bring this up at the beginning of the show, and I completely forgot.
What the hell?
With my work schedule kind of getting a little bit crazy over the last few weeks, and it's going to be crazy for the next foreseeable.
Well, hold on,
future.
hold on. Stop right there, Just stop, because you're over here saying thanks to me, also this, but I gotta say congratulations to you, man.
Well, thank you.
It's you got a job promotion.
Yeah,
that's freaking outstanding.
Well, I appreciate that.
We need to say, hey, that's fucking awesome, bro.
Well, I appreciate it, and it was a promotion that I don't necessarily.
But you deserved it.
Well, I appreciate that, and I like I said, I don't think it was something that I didn't want it to happen the way it happened, and
you can't.
For that,
you can't. Yeah,
for that it is what it is, and I like I said, I didn't want it to happen that way, but it happened, and we're gonna move forward.
Absolutely.
But because of that, my schedule's kind of it's really in limbo at this point. So what I wanted to put out, and Rich, if you're watching, or if you come back and watch this, thanks for the advice on this. We're gonna try to hold the schedule as best as we can.
Yeah.
Okay. I like having a show time, a show day, so that everybody kind of knows when to expect.
That's as we should.
Me and this ugly sumbitch to be on the show. Okay,
You know.
But the reality of that is at any given time during a week that we're going to do a show, we might have to shift the show. So it may get shifted to Friday. It may get shifted earlier in the week, just to kind of depend on my travel schedule.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout. We thought about doing shows via Skype and everything else, but I just don't think.
I don't think you'll get the content. I don't think they'll get it.
I don't think you'll get the quality conversation, things like that. So I think we'll just keep it the way it is, and we'll just shift the schedule if we have to do it earlier in the week, or if we have to do it later in the week. We're gonna do our very best to
Stay with us.
We're gonna do our very best to have the show on Thursday, and we're gonna do everything in our abilities to have a show at least once a week.
Yeah, because the continuity has to stay.
We have to. So again, I apologize for last week, but hey, work is work, and that's just the way it's going to go. So like I said, just be on the lookout in the future. I will always post when we're going to do a video.
Right.
I will always schedule a live video so that you guys will see what day it's coming and what time it's coming. It will always be, for the most part, will always be at 7:00. It just may shift a couple of days during the week. So, so with that, you got anything to add to that?
No, man, I'm good.
Cool. Thank you guys for joining us. We had a lot to get through today, so we went a little bit over our hour, but
Not much.
But we had to condense 2 weeks into one show. So,
I think we did good.
So thank you guys, everybody that joined, everybody that interacted with the show.
Interacted. We appreciate it.
We appreciate it. Do us a favor. Share this show.
Like
with your friends.
share. Invite your
comment,
friends.
Subscribe, because this goes out on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Hit the bell so you guys know when we post new videos. And thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming to.
Thank you, Lady Phoenix, for everything you do.
Thank you for coming and visit us on our show today.
Appreciate it.
And I hope that we see each and every one of you next week.
Absolutely.
At the expo.
You know what?
I asked if you had anything. Please, sir, go for
it.
it.
I do. I just forgot, because we have a lot of Rich's Life people on here, and I apologize for not, including you guys, because I forgot. It's my bad. But yes, everybody from Rich's Life, thank you very much for watching, attending, liking our show.
Yeah.
Please keep going. We'll see you if you can make it, because wherever you're from, I know. Come on, man. Just get that plane ticket. Come on over. I mean, some guys are from Korea or something like that.
He's got a lot of
Thailand.
Followers in Thailand and India.
Just come over, man. Just come over. It's all good. You'll enjoy it, and you get a koozie from us.
You get a koozie.
Yeah. So anyway, like he says, I'm just gonna do my part right now and say keep the rubber side down
and keep it rocking, guys. Thank you for joining us. See you next time. Bye-bye now.
Peace.
Someone.